Hello and welcome to the Friday Market Update. Well, much ado about nothing. So, do you ever waste time and wish you could get it back? And I sure hope the folks in Washington, D.C. feel a little bit of remorse after putting the country on the pause button for 42 days. Mortgage rates ticked up slightly this week, coming in at 6.38%. They've been creeping up a little bit for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage for prime borrowers, according to Mortgage News Daily, my favorite mortgage website. So the government shutdown essentially paused the economy. And with no significant data coming out of DC for over a month, uncertainty has set in. They don't know what's going on. And with uncertainty comes inaction. So we're kind of like bouncing all around. The US economy has been idling in neutral. And now we're waiting for delayed economic reports that could influence the Fed's next meeting on December 9th and 10th. Without that data, another rate cut this year looks highly unlikely. It's kind of a 50-50 coin flip at this point. So we wait. We're going to see what happens. Now, the silver lining, buyers get another month at least to take advantage of the buyer's market, where sellers are still reducing prices and offering closing cost credits. I can't remember the last time I've had a contract that hasn't had seller paid closing costs. So the question, will 2026 be better than 2025 for real estate? Now, here's my analysis. We've seen around 4 million transactions per year for the last 3 years, one of the lowest stretches in decades since I got into this in the early 1990s. Now, here's why I believe 2026 will be stronger. The job market is softening, signaling a slower economy. When you have a slower economy, interest rates generally go down to spur the economy. Inflation will continue to ease. When the economy is slower, people tend to spend less money. So that means that the consumer, the suppliers have to make their prices competitive. Mortgage rates will drop as the economy cools. This is normal. This happens all the time. Now, a couple of things that are coming out that I think is going to make it even better. Number one, tax refunds at the beginning of the year are definitely going to be larger thanks to policies like no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. And then at the beginning of the year, the people that got that refund are going to go, well, I need to change my withholdings because I don't need to owe as much taxes. So they're going to get a little bump in their pay at the beginning of the year when they do a withholding adjustment. So now seller incentives like closing cost credits, I think are going to stick around. They could stick around for a while. Home values are going to stay relatively stable due to the supply constraints. So believe it or not, the median age of a first-time home buyer in 2025 is now 40 years old. It went up. I've been reporting 38 years old, but according to NAR, it's up to 40. That's right. The gray hair gets grayer. Some of those gray-haired people are having grandkids, believe it or not. And are they still ready to buy? Absolutely. So in my opinion, there's massive pent-up demand. And once the rates show real signs of dropping, I think buyers are going to flood back into the market. And when you get below that 6% and they get into the fives, that's a real psychological number. And I think the buyers are going to perk up and go, what's going on? So here's a crazy stat for you. Roughly half of all mortgage applications, around 50% of all mortgage applications are from first-time buyers. But less than a quarter, less than 25% of actual home sales come from first-time home buyers. There's a disparity. 50% want to get in, only 25% are getting in right now. So that means tons of buyers are just trying to enter into the market. They're just getting stuck in the process. So when rates ease a little bit, those buyers will definitely come back in and they're going to start buying. So I think we're going to have a better market in 2026. Now, I've said it over and over ad nauseum. Buyers have the advantage right now. Sellers are negotiating, offering credits, and helping with rate buydowns. The hesitation from buyers makes sense. Affordability is stretched, but waiting is probably not going to make it any better. It's probably going to make it worse. So yesterday I attended the UNLV Las Vegas Outlook, and one of the economists, and the real estate economist, pointed out that for a median wage earner to afford a median priced home in Las Vegas, they'd need a 48.7% raise. That's not likely to happen. Or they would need home prices to be drop or reduce or fall by 38%. Neither is likely, and that's not going to happen. Now, most homeowners are already spending more on housing than ever before, more than they want. But you have population growth, higher rates right now. Construction costs are trying to keep the inventory low. It supports home values. This supply shortage could take many, many years, if not a decade or more, to balance out. We have a supply issue because you got buyers who want to buy and you don't really have enough supply to support it all. So in my opinion, those who can buy now should buy now. It may not feel right. Lock in today's price and refinance later when the rates do drop. The payment may not feel great right now and probably a little bit outside your personal comfort zone or your personal internal budget, but that's almost assuredly temporary because when rates come down, you can lower that payment. Home ownership, remember, is a long-term play. It's a 7 to 10 year play. And people look at it today. What can I pay today? They don't look at their income going up and they don't look at that rents are going to probably go up. So as always, please feel free to refer me. The best way is to send a group text with your client on there. I will jump in, take it from there, guide them through our easy pre-approval process, and then build a game plan for them, whether they're ready to go now or 2 years from now. They should all go through it, understand where they stand now, and if a home purchase is in their future. So I hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. This is Gaylord out.